Good afternoon, I'm Karen Holmes Ward. Welcome to Cityline. Forecasting our future, we're looking at the ideas, the actions, and efforts to reduce the impact of climate change. Boston rolled out the green carpet earlier this month for the Prince and Princess of Wales. The royal couple's three-day Boston visit culminated with the star-studded Earthshot Prize. The awards were given to 5 organizations, from a company that developed a greenhouse in a box to another that produces packaging made from seaweed instead of plastic. Well, the Royals also met with local youth organizations and learned about their climate missions. Joining us now is Kannan Thiruvangadam. He is the founder and director of Eastie Farm, an urban farm in East Boston focused on community resiliency, and site manager Sebastian Tabares. Welcome. How are you both?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Doing very well. How are you doing, Karen?
Good. So, Kannan, how did Eastie Farm's Climate Change Corps end up meeting with the Prince of Wales?
Well, there are several reasons. I can't guess which reason it was. Mayor Wu is always known about Eastie Farm's climate work. East Boston is a climate justice neighborhood, and the Climate Corps of Eastie Farm, which is a youth organization focused on climate action, working towards green jobs, as Mayor Wu has already known us. We've been with her when she made several environmental announcements, including the city's divestment from fossil fuels and the city's home rule petition to do new buildings without fossil fuels. And we've also been there when Office of Food Justice was announced and Grow Boston was announced. So she has known us for a while, and I believe that may be why we were lucky enough to get the invitation.
Okay, so let's talk about the farm's new geothermal greenhouse. It's the first zero-emission geothermal greenhouse in New England, which means you can grow food year-round, correct? What sparked the idea, and tell us how you funded it?
The geothermal greenhouse, we're certainly very proud of it.
Finally.
It came about mainly because of the students of Donald McKay School asking during one of our classes. We go out to schools and bring the kids out and try to do outdoor classrooms with them. We've been doing that for a while. And during one such session, because the kids love being outdoors so much, they think of it as a break, not so much as a class.
Recess.
Recess,
Yes.
yeah. They ask for it a lot. So they were like, hey, what do we do during winter? And my response was, I'm sorry, the land wants to sleep.
Okay.
So in the winter, you stay in school and we do everything indoors. And they weren't happy with that. They like going out to the farm and getting their hands dirty and planting and sowing and reaping so much that they kept asking me, what can we grow during winter? And I said, you can grow ice. So I was, I was very sort of evasive and I felt bad about it. But during COVID, when the state announced the food infrastructure grant, that's when it occurred to us, maybe we could build a greenhouse.
And so your mind opened to the concept, the possibilities.
I finally opened to what the kids were asking for.
Okay.
And then it became geothermal because in the wintertime, we don't get a lot of sun up here at this latitude. And where we're located in the city, we're behind like billboards and stuff. You really can't get much sun. And I don't think anybody wants to see a wind turbine in the middle of the city.
That's right.
So, but we are standing on ground that if you go below the frost line, it's warm all year.
Now let me turn to Sebastian. It must have been a complicated process to get this all going. Tell us how you made it happen.
Well, it was a lot of definitely help from the community. And definitely it was as well a lot of patience due to the fact that there was a lot of setbacks, to a lot of timelines that we had in order to complete the greenhouse. And finally we got it started.
What went into the process from concept to actually flipping the switch and making it work?
Yeah, first of all, just accessing that land to bring a big geothermal rig in was difficult. Narrow alley. We had to figure out how to get the truck in. And we've shared some pictures showing the truck with inches to spare on both sides to come in. Several contractors gave up, and we had to show them how they can take out the sides of the truck so they can come in. So there were many points when we did not believe any of this was going to actually happen.
Of course.
I feel like I've been holding my breath for 18 months. So that's one. And figuring out how to source enough energy so that the big greenhouse, it's 1,500 square feet with 14-foot height, will be warm all year, figuring out how many wells we need. Every well is about 455 feet deep. That's half of John Hancock Tower's height. So if you put all the 3 wells that we dug together, that's taller than John Hancock Tower.
Sure.
So figuring that math out, and this was all during COVID, remember?
So you had plenty of time to work on it.
There were supply chain issues, there were contractor issues, getting all lined up, and we had never managed a development project. There were trees in the lot which we wanted to keep, which meant we had to move the greenhouse closer to neighbors' lots, which meant we had to go and get zoning variants, all of that.
A lot of details. Sebastian, what are you growing in the greenhouse this season?
So for this season, we're growing a lot of lettuce. We're growing some spinach, and we've also transplanted a few of our plants from our outside sites. We transplanted some lemongrass. Now we have some everbearing strawberries that are now going to be in the garden for a while. And our plans are definitely to eventually get to this point where we can actually plan out our crops for the rest of our plots.
That's very exciting. So, Kanan, the farm has helped fight climate change in small but powerful ways. Talk about the benefits and the climate impact of urban farming.
In small spaces, we're able to show people how to save rainwater. And we've all faced this drought last year. When you save rainwater, you're able to water street trees. And in East Boston, where the tree canopy is much less than the city's average, we need to help the new young trees survive. Saving rainwater helps. What we do is we salvage olive oil barrels and vanilla barrels and things like that that get thrown away in the trash, and we repurpose them to be used as rain barrels. People are able to understand that, avoid flooding in their basement, and instead turn that into a good thing. So we show this on our spaces. We show people how to compost food waste instead of sending it to a marsh where it is incinerated. It is not good for the delicate system there. Instead, if we compost food waste, we create new organic soil, which is very much needed in a city where the soil is full of lead. So people are able to see little benefits in what we do in the here and now, and that creates a space for us to learn about what climate change is going to mean. For example, extreme precipitation in the Northeast. So if we learn to see water as a resource as opposed to a problem that can be used to grow vegetables or trees, then it becomes a good thing, and that's how we become a resilient community.
Very quickly, Eastie Farm does a lot of youth outreach. How do you get young people interested in farming, and why do you believe that's an important part of your mission?
The largest climate justice community is youth. And all generations before us have done a great job that we are on the verge of probably not doing, which is hand over a working planet to the next generation, right? So we think our primary duty is to the youth, of explaining to them the future that they're facing and also helping them to shape that future. So we seek out, we have several youth programs and climate cores with high schools. So we have, we work with the East Boston High School and the Excel Academy, and we have partners with the teachers, and that's how we get our young people. Also people like Sebastian.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, yes. So, I'm so happy that you both were here to talk about Eastie Farm. Thank you very much. There's so much more to learn about your project. Kanan and Sebastian. What?
You can learn on eastfarm.com and come volunteer with us.
Okay, very good. Kanan and Sebastian, thank you very much.